Rose asked a really good question, and she's one of many to ask if this dark concealer could possibly be the right contouring color for someone much, much paler than I am. And the answer is yes, because it's a neutral. But this wand could be the problem. So while we can't take the wand out of the makeup, you can use something like this to help you control the product a little bit better and help you use the right amount. So let's do a full face by putting the products that we're going to use on a little palette first. You don't have to have one of these. This is just from Amazon. You could use a paper plate. But the idea is to get the product off of the wand and onto a palette that you can use with brushes and do this in a way that just allows you to control it better. I'm going to use the lighter concealer also and just kind of roll the tip onto the palette. I can always go back and add more. I'm going to take some foundation out of the stick with a little spatula and put that on there. And I'll even use some of my setting powder because even that is a little easier to control, and you're able to use it in little small places like right at your eyebrow bone with a smaller brush. So let's get started. So once you have it on the palette, you've got a couple of choices. You can go right in with a brush, or you can finger paint it onto your face. You can mix in a little bit of color to make it a little darker. You can mix in a little bit, use your face as the palette, like just go in and mix it up or put it on the brush, whichever way makes you happy. But here's a tip: practice. Find out which way really truly works best for you when you have a date with yourself and you practice doing your makeup. So once I get it on, if I realize my little formula that I just mixed up is a little too dark or a little too light, a cream foundation, which is why it's superior to all others once you learn how to use them, is that you can just go back in and highlight wherever you want that to be just a little bit brighter or lighter, or you can do enough to cover the whole face. I'm obviously a big fan of highlighting, contouring, and whether you use foundation or not really is not that important to me. It's the bringing back of all of the colors on your face in exactly the right place that makes this the science of pretty. So over here, still just a little bit too dark. I'm gonna add a little bit of lightener here in all the places that I added in that filter video that was so life-changing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my bio and look for me looking like a clown. And I can just kind of play around until I have the coverage that I want, and I've got all the makeup right in front of me on an easy to use applicator, which is your finger. If I were to go in here, I would just want to be careful how I pick up the product, understanding that the brush is going to take up a little bit, not nearly as much as you think. And just have fun painting until you're happy with what you see. This is really almost impossible to do in your bathroom, okay? If you're still putting on your makeup in your bathroom, don't buy this makeup. Don't buy it until you have a mirror and good lighting. And I don't mean the vanity light that's in your bathroom, because then you've got overhead light and vanity light, and you've got way too many sources of light bouncing off of way too many reflective surfaces. It doesn't work for so many reasons. All right, now I'm gonna look for little areas that need extra coverage. I've got something going on there. Now that was a little bit too dark, so I'm just gonna use the tiniest amount. And when I say tiny, I mean really tiny. And I like a nice bright middle of the forehead highlight right here. And then once I have the basic coverage that I want, I can go in and really brighten the areas that I like to brighten. And you can do that in as many layers as you need, but you can also learn to use the wand. It's just an alternative. It's not necessarily the best way. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion about how to put it on. But for those of you who are really fair and these colors seem a little scary, you may find it much easier to use them on a palette so that you can really kind of spread them thin and really pick up the tiniest little bit. A brush can be really intimidating for a lot of reasons. Not everybody has the skill to use brushes, and not everybody has brushes that are worth a crap. So, but everybody's got fingers. When you have all three of these colors, the two dark ones and a medium foundation, it's versatile to literally any skin type, okay? This one has the viscosity, the thickness that you're looking for. This one adds the depth. This one adds the brightness. And this is something that I think a lot of makeup artists don't even realize that they are doing, is that they are constantly going to one foundation and then just adjusting it from there, because a really good neutral is just about all you need. So I'm gonna keep playing here. There might be some silence. Don't let it weird you out. And the foundation has just sold out again, but there is more on the way. And the concealers are in stock. The Quick Fix is in stock. And somebody asked me recently if you could use the eye brightener, the one, this is usually what I would use when I'm not gonna wear any other face makeup. But yes, you can use it on top. You could put it on your palette and do it that way, but I'm just gonna go in here and brighten up a little bit. I like to use my finger for this one, but you can absolutely use a brush. A little bit of brightening here, and it gives that little tinge of pink, which is important because other people's minds know that your real face has some pink in it. And if you don't bring back the pink, then you have a false appearance. This is all on a very subtle basis, but it is very real. Okay, so now we're gonna set that with our powder that we've put on here, and I'll show you a few other ways to use the powder. This is also in stock. All right, and that's definitely get it under the eye all the way to the eyelashes. You wanna make sure you're preventing creasing, but also really preventing the mascara from transferring under your eyes. It's the products under your eyes that are grabbing your mascara and causing your raccoon eyes. Oh, we forgot the forehead. Magical blur. So here we are. We've taken away all the color and we brought it back. I haven't done anything to my eyes yet, and already I am proving my point that a clean face does more for your eyes than mascara will ever do. But I'm about to do another video where I'm going to show you how to use these cream concealers to basically contour your eyes, and we'll do a brow series as well.